It's mathematics. If you win the majority of the poses, you win the contest. This is what a 6-time Mr. Olympia winner and one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, Dorian Yates, said in one of his recent Instagram posts. Let's read all that caption of this specific post. So Dorian Yates said this: "There's 4 poses in the compulsories that even if I was a little off, I was pretty much unbeatable on, I believe. Front and back lat spread, back double biceps could be close, and side triceps. Although I didn't have the best triceps on stage, but if you take that pose from head to toe, looking at the calves, hamstrings, abs, obliques, and shoulders, I think I take it. I could lose on the front double bicep and side chest, for example, but win the other poses. It's mathematics. If you win the majority of the poses, you win the contest." Could this be a response from Dorian to all recent discussions about how bodybuilding shows ought to be judged? I don't know. Dorian usually stays away from drama, and this could possibly be just one of his usual posts on Instagram without any such intentions. Either way, I believe this brings up a very interesting discussion, as Dorian's remarks are in contrast to what the nowadays experts are trying to convince us about how bodybuilding shows are or should be judged. Bob Chick said this in a recent interview. He believes that the show was already won by Samson Dauda, the Arnold Classic 2023 I'm talking about, just by watching the front double biceps pose.
So right here, you can, I just feel like his legs.
Yeah, I don't know if you can stop that right there, but the show's over right there, okay? You just saw that in its entirety.
Does this mean that if we started with the back poses, Nick Walker would have won the Arnold Classic? Because he definitely wins those poses against Andrew Jack and Samson Dauda. With all due respect to Bob, this is complete nonsense. Making a decision on the first impression is total bullshit.
That tells the story right there, is everything. For all these people, the fan base, and listen, we love the fans out there. We love how passionate you guys are. But you got to remember something, as experts, okay, as commentators, as people that cover the sport.
Hey Bob, Dorian is an expert too, and unlike you, he is not being paid by the same organization you are defending here by defending the decisions of their judges. And to be clear, I'm not even saying Samson didn't deserve to win the freaking Arnold Classic. I only ask for more transparency and more measurable judging criteria, because relying on the fact that Steve Weinberg has a great eye is just not enough for me. That's bullshit again. Muscularity and conditioning should always be rewarded. I don't want to see beautiful beach bodies. I want to see freaks in the open bodybuilding division. We have other divisions where aesthetics is the norm. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying aesthetics shouldn't matter. If we have 2 relative equal muscular and conditioned guys, aesthetics could and should be the tiebreaker, but never aesthetics to be the most important criteria, more important than mass and conditioning. That's my issue with this idea. We didn't want to see bubble guts on stage a few years back, that's a different story, but as long as these less aesthetic, more blocky bodybuilders do a better job with muscularity and conditioning than the more aesthetic guys, and they have their stomachs in check, they should be rewarded. Again, I'm not saying Samson Dauda didn't deserve to win the Arnold Classic, I just want more transparency for how these bodybuilding shows are judged. I'm not saying aesthetics shouldn't matter, I say aesthetics shouldn't be more important than mass and conditioning in the freaking open bodybuilding division. Don't forget to like this video if you agree or don't agree with my views, but you like this discussion, you enjoyed this discussion. Also subscribe to support my channel, and see you next time, guys.